What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while since I made a video. Figured I'd do an unboxing for you guys today. It's the first time on the channel. Hit that subscribe button. If you like the video after I get done, go ahead and hit me with a like. Share it out. Let people know what we're doing over here. I got two packages today. In the coming weeks, I'll be having some CGC unboxings. I'm just waiting on some packages to come back. They're already sent off and in the grading process. Two of the orders are going through. I think they're in the middle of grading. The other ones have just been accepted. They actually all got there at the same time because they're different grading tiers. They go through the process a little bit different. But like I said, we're not here for that today. We're gonna go ahead and do some unboxings. I got one package here, and I got a nice sized box on the floor. I think these were picked up from Facebook auctions, maybe, possibly. I couldn't tell you exactly what all is in here. I do know what packages from where, though. The package I'm opening up now, that's in the manila envelope and then has the Gemini sorter, is from a Facebook auction, Sinbad Comics. Really cool guy over there. If you guys got Facebook, check him out. His name's Cash Hutton. Did a little bit of business with him so far. Started off, I met him because we would be in different auctions competing against each other, and then he decided to start doing his own little auctions, and so far I think I've participated in one or two of them. He tends to have quite a few. For me, it's mostly modern keys, but he does have older books. It just kind of depends on what he has on the show that day. He's actually doing one tonight. I don't know if anybody will see this video beforehand, but yeah, I mean, I've picked up some pretty nice stuff from him, and that will be the case today. So we'll see what we get, and I'll show you guys. We'll do a rundown, and not always, but a good majority of the time, he ships his stuff in Mylars or Mylights. I got Amazing Spider-Man 156. I think I actually already have this book, but I think when I looked at mine and I compared what he was showing in the video, and as he was kind of describing any of the little defects that were on it, I think this copy was actually in better shape than mine, and I picked it up for little or nothing. I don't remember what exactly I paid for it, but it had to have been dirt cheap for me to buy a double of an Amazing Spider-Man. Either that or my copy was completely trash, and this is a replacement for it. One of the two. That's kind of how I'm doing my ASMs now, because I'm getting down to the point where anything above 110, 112-ish, I got pretty much the run. So I'm going back through, and some of them that I know I need replacements for, I'm picking up. What is this? Black Panther number 22. Nice little cool cover. It's actually Jungle Action 22. Jungle Action 22. I've been slowly trying to pick up most of these Jungle Action books. I know a couple of them that I bought from him in this order, I actually already have. But when I find any of these old Jungle Actions, there goes Jungle Action, I think it's 11. Yeah, 11. Anytime I'm finding these Jungle Actions that are in really nice shape, I'm picking them up. Like, not that I'm really specking on them, that they're going to do anything with them in any kind of TV series or anything like that. It's just the fact that I think they're really cool books. They're halfway affordable for the age that they are. This is Jungle Action number 10. This might be one that I already have. I might already have that number 11. I know I don't have that 22, though. Well, I do now, but I didn't previously. And I didn't have this 23, but I love this cover. That is an amazing cover. Honestly, I really liked the old Black Panther costume back in Jungle Action days. It was very simplistic, but it has that Kirby vibe to it. So, I don't know. I guess to each his own. Got Black Panther number 4. Pretty cool book. And Black Panther number 5. If you watched any of my unboxings before, I think I've already unboxed Black Panther number 1. I don't think I sent that off to CGC though. I don't know if it was because I was waiting to see if I could find a little bit better copy, or if it just didn't fit into the realm of what I was sending. And then the last book I got from him, it's actually in really good shape. I might send this one off to be graded. Submariner #1. If I had to guess, looking at the condition that it's in without actually flipping through the book or pulling it out right now, I'd say it's probably 6.5 to a 7. Maybe a little bit higher than that. Maybe with a clean and a press. Might be able to get a little bit better out of that. So that's all for the, as you can tell, there wasn't any modern books. The last order that I got from him, I think all of those were modern. It really just, it varies on what he has on his show and what fits into my collection. I tend to try to not buy stuff that doesn't fit into the overall vibe of what I collect. Very rarely will you see me pick up DC stuff unless it's a first appearance of a character that I actually care about. Or if it's something that it's just kind of cool cover, iconic cover, something like that. Sometimes I'll pick those up. Not a big DC guy. I'm sorry about shaking the camera. Not a big DC guy, so most of my stuff sticks to either independents or Marvel comics. Oh wow, I got a big old package from him. I don't remember what was all in here. I know 2 or 3 of the comics that are in here because I actually had him hold my books for me because he had a book that I wanted. We negotiated on the price. This is from Fanboy down in Macon, Georgia. Really cool guys down there. He had a book that I wanted. It fit into my collection. It was one of those that I didn't feel like I could get it anywhere else. His price was reasonable, maybe a little high, but not really. I felt like it was on par for what I was willing to pay. I'll show it to you whenever we get to it. But I didn't have the money. Truth be told, I just didn't have the money that I felt like I could part with at the time. I asked him, could he wait until my next payday? He was cool with it. So I had him hold my books until he could ship them all together. I wasn't in no hurry to get any of this. Sorry about all the bubble wrap. Yeah, I wasn't in no immediate hurry to try to get these books. I mean, hell, I got enough comics to keep me occupied until my books come in. 2 nice little packages. Bet you these are going to be a pickle to get out of here, though. Let's see if I can maybe flex it a little bit and cut it that way. I damn sure don't want to damage the books. But he got some in there tight, which is good. I mean, hell, I don't want to get books that are damaged. There's a couple of places that I've ordered books from these online auctions, and I've stopped dealing with them just because the way that they ship, the books tend to get damaged. And the one that I'm thinking of in particular, I'm not going to name them because there ain't a reason to bash them. I was buying a lot of like $2 to $3 X-Men books because I'm trying to kind of do a little bit of a run on that right now. And like the last 2 packages I got, like they were just dinged all the hell in the corners. And I was like, you know what? I know it's only $2 a book, but $2 a book adds up. And when you end up getting some that are damaged and they essentially become reader copies, that $3 book just went from a 50 cent to a 50-cent book, or probably worthless if you really think about it. So it just didn't seem like it was really that efficient for me to buy from him anymore, so I stopped. So now I pretty much only buy from like 3 different online auctions. Like I said, Sinbad Comics, they take care of me, they do me right. I haven't had any problems with Fanboy and Necro Comics, or Necro Comic Con, I think is their Facebook name. I ain't had no problems with them. I actually know them on a personal level. Picked up another copy of ASM 360. It's a little small spec or whatever you want to call it. Didn't give hardly anything for it. He actually called me about her, texted me about this one, Thor number 3. It was one of the only Thors that I missed in that run so far. I don't know what happened, if I just wasn't on the live show that I buy my new comics from, or I don't know how I missed it. But it was the one copy that I missed out of the run. He got one in his shop, so he gave me a shout on it, and I ended up picking it up from him. Moon Knight, what was that, 28? Thought that was a pretty cool cover. I'm slowly kind of doing that original Moon Knight run. I'm not really putting any focus on it. If I find them for $2-3, I'll pick them up. But ain't really no big deal like that. Woo-hoo. Little minor key right there. Amazing Fantasy number 10. I think this is the first appearance of, what was it, Scorpion and Vampire by Night. So pretty cool little cup. And Amazing Fantasy 15 gives us our introduction to what's soon to be the new Hulk. Well, technically he's already here, but yeah, got us a little bit of new Hulk. That one's in really pretty shape. So we got that one. Corners are real sharp on it. Notice the nicer books he puts in Mylars. This was the one that he called me about, and I'll go ahead and take this out of the package so I can kind of show the reason behind me picking it up and willing to wait for it. Luckily, he was willing to work with me too, so that was always a good thing. ASM 46, first appearance of the Shocker. And it's not just a regular ASM 46. It's in actually pretty good shape. It can use a clean and a press, but on the inside cover has John Romita's signature. So I thought that was a pretty cool little extra to it. So, but it's actually not in bad shape. I mean, it does need a clean. I mean, we got a little bit of writing on it. It's a little dirty, but for the most part, for what I gave for it, it was well worth it. Especially, I mean, it's the first appearance of the Shocker. I'm sure that they'll introduce him as being part of the Sinister Six, because there is rumor that they'll be the next big villains in the next Spider-Man movie. So, I don't know. Glad I got that one though. But that was the one that was holding up this whole shipment. I picked up X-Men 139. I haven't been able to find this locally. It's a minor key. It's nothing like spectacular. But because it's a Kitty Pryde book, I think that it kind of just makes it a little bit more inflated, and they just don't have them locally. Anytime there's a trade-in on a whole bunch of X-Men books, 139's never in the stash. Picked up a Spawn 272. Yeah, 272. Didn't have this one. I'm doing a small Spawn run. It's one of those that it's kind of like the Moon Knight. I pick them up when I see them. I don't go out of my way to try to find them. New Mutants Special Edition #1. I had never seen this before, and I think he had it for a couple bucks, so I went ahead and picked it up because I'm almost done with my New Mutants run from the original series. I'm missing like maybe 3 books. Secret War #2. I think this is #2. Yeah, book 2 of 5. This was actually the first appearance of Daisy. What did they call her in the book? But if you guys watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know who Daisy is. She's like the main character, main hero type thing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The first appearance in a comic book. Secret Wars #2. And picked up X-Men 132. I don't think there was anything significant about this book. Probably got it dirt cheap. It just happened to fill in some gaps that I had. Some of these books might be gap fillers. Annihilation #4. I think this was one of the deaths of Thanos. It's a kind of minor key. Spider-Man 2 #1. I may already have this cover. I don't know. I couldn't remember, and the auction was going pretty fast on these claims because I think these were like $5 claims. And then I got another #1 Spider-Man 2. I went ahead and just grabbed them. Miles Morales is super hot right now, and to get any kind of book that's associated with him for dirt cheap, you might as well jump on it. Thor #3. This was the 3rd printing. And then Amazing Fantasy #1. Can't remember what her name was, but another first appearance, Minor Key. And this might have actually been the first appearance of Scorpion, #7. I think the other one was just Vampire by Night, was #10. But another Minor Key. I don't even know what these books are going for. But those are the 4 main Amazing Fantasy books in that run. And then X-Men 136. Another one that filled in a gap in my run. This was a cool book that nobody else seemed to want to jump on. So I just went ahead and bought it because I thought it was a cool Black Panther book. I bought all of these before Chadwick Boseman died. And I hate to chuckle at that, but it's just like hella coincidental that the stuff that I was already collecting is now stuff that like people are like jacking up the prices on, trying to capitalize on somebody's death. Like, that's horrible. And I mean, to speak on that for a moment, like, honestly, like, I felt like he did an amazing job on Black Panther. Like, Black Panther was probably one of the Marvel movies that it had so many hidden gems as far as some of the messages that were in there and some of the stuff that they played out. And it was like, damn, like, to think that he's not going to be the Black Panther anymore, that sure he's going to take over the throne or however the Sony and Marvel is going to play it. It's kind of like, damn, I really wanted to see him in the next Black Panther, so it kind of sucks. Big shout out to him and his family, because like, if you look at his body of work in the other stuff that he actually did, like, I mean, Jackie Robinson, how he played James Brown. I mean, he played a lot. Yeah, there for a while, I thought he was getting typecast because it seemed like he only played like iconic black men. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you don't want to see a great actor fall into a groove where that's the only thing that they want to typecast him for. And then Black Panther came along and he just slayed it. Like, man, he did such a good job in that movie. But anyways, just a Black Panther origin story, or T'Challa origin story in Avengers 87. And a little bit rough copy. I mean, it's a little beat on the sides, but they were trying to get 30 out of it, so I probably paid under that. Excuse me. Peter Parker, what is this? Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 107. Nice black suit cover. Eternals #1. I think this might be from like series 3, but it was one of those John Romita Jr. Storylines, and I thought it was a really cool cover, so I went in and picked it up. It's another one of those just little plain books. And then X-Men 193. Book's a little hot right now. I already have a copy of it. This one was going for dirt cheap, so I went ahead and picked up an extra copy. It's newsstand too, so yeah. But that's what we got for you guys tonight. Like I said, I would say probably in the next 2 weeks, in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, I should be able to get at least 2 of those submissions back from CGC. The way that it worked is I sent 2 different 15 comic submissions, both modern. Yeah, I think they were both modern. Anyways, one was pretty much just strictly a Venom run. Like, it was a whole bunch of Venom books. The other one was a mix of, minor to, I don't know, mostly modern keys. Some of them dated into the 80s, but nothing older than probably, I don't know, 85, 84, somewhere around there. The other books, I had another submission for 5 books, but because I went with special labels for 2 of them, they split my order. Maybe I did special labels for 3. I think I did it for 2, but they split my order, and actually now I have 4 orders instead of 3, because the special label ones get shifted and they charge you extra $5 for that batch of comics. But they're all on the same grading scale. They were I don't know what isn't the value one. It's whatever the one is that you have to do that's for comics above $400. Because 2 of them were ASM 300s. So it threw them kind of into that rank. I think I put 2 Ultimate Fallout 4s. I don't know what the 5th book was. It had to have been something if it was up that high, because it had something to do with the pricing, like how much the book was worth. I know those 5 were the ones that were of the most value out of all of them. Pretty much most of the stuff that fell into the 215 packs were, $200 or less. Most of them were probably floats around that $50 to $60 range. So, it'd be something cool to kind of do. I like doing unboxing videos. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things to do as far as making content. So hopefully you guys will come back and check out those CGC unboxings. I'll probably end up doing them as they come in. If I know that one of them's on its way and I just get one, then I'll go ahead and wait for the second one. But I'll probably do them in 3 rounds. I'll do the 2 small ones because they'll come back first, because they were the higher grade. They get graded quicker because of the amount you pay, I guess. I don't know how CGC does this shit. Then the 215 packs will probably come in around the same time, because depending on when they start their grading process. And I'll probably do each one of those as a single video. That way I can kind of talk about the grades I got, how much they're worth, whatever the case may be. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you think about this haul. Like I said, not some huge keys. I mean, there's a couple minor keys in there. A lot of this stuff was fillers. Some of it was just stuff that I thought was cool, so I picked it up. Anytime I can get comics at a reasonable price, or something that I feel is reasonable, I try to jump if I can. Just kind of depends on what my financial standing is at the time. So, until next time, stay safe. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Peace.